I'm a scouser. We do get knocked out. We can't take that shit all day. Paddy the Paddy Pimblett lad needs a fight. And with that, hello and welcome to Bloodsport MMA.
Assalamu alaikum.
Paddy Pimblett, Paddy the Baddy, however you want to call him, is not booked for a fight at the moment. But I think it makes sense right now to talk about what makes sense for him, because his last fight is a few months away. He's normally an active guy, we have to give this to him. And UFC London won't happen probably. I don't think he will get a fight until then. But I believe like a pay-per-view in May maybe. The one with Izzy. Who knows? Who makes sense? I could see him fighting there. Now we have to ask ourselves what makes sense for him for the opponent. Who should he fight? Before we get to that, guys, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I would highly appreciate that. Thank you very much. Click the button and now let's go. Paddy Pimblett fought Jared Gordon and won a very controversial decision that every MMA experienced guy would rate as a robbery. I normally don't like the term robbery because a robbery is not just I thought the other guy should have won the decision. Robbery is there's no case where this guy won that fight. And in my opinion, with all due respect, there's no way how Paddy won that fight. No way. Like, explain to me, write in the comments. But there's no way. So Paddy needs to prove himself right now. Paddy is doubted by everyone at the moment.
Don't doubt him, I couldn't do it.
And he needs an opponent. He's at 155. He's not ranked. He will not fight a ranked guy. I can guarantee you that, because UFC is giving him the slow track. UFC is giving him the Sean O'Malley treatment, but even slower than Sean O'Malley somehow, I feel like. And we have to talk about now what makes sense for him. Who could he fight? Now, there's no official ranking after the top 15, but there's somehow on some internet sites some rankings, and he's like, I don't know, 25, 20 something, the lower 20s. And if we take it in the right approach, he should fight upwards because he is undefeated in the UFC, so he should not fight backwards. The problem is if he fights upwards, I don't see him winning against anyone.
No one!
So we need to take that in a smart approach right now, because the UFC will not book him against a top 15 killer from Russia that will just manhandle him. No, they will book him against someone where he has a chance to win the fight. So, in my opinion, a name that comes to my head that makes a lot of sense is Drew Dober. Drew Dober is on a winning streak right now. I think even 3-5 winning streak. Drew Dober is a guy that has a name, because Paddy can't fight no names anymore. He needs someone with a little bit of a name to earn some respect from the MMA community. So Drew Dober has a name. Drew Dober has the skills to put Paddy away. Drew Dober has everything it needs to win against Paddy. But I believe Paddy also still has a chance to beat Drew Dober. I will pick Drew Dober, but I believe Paddy's the better grappler. So it's not like if you book him against Arman Tsarukyan and you just know he will get murdered in the cage. You know what I mean? So that makes a lot of sense. What also could make some sense is a guy like Bobby Green. Bobby Green he says he will have his last fight in UFC, but I don't know if that's true. Bobby Green is a legend, a big name, great boxer.
I'm the best boxer in the UFC, baby!
Great boxer, definitely dangerous for Paddy. Is a decent wrestler, not the best on his back though on the ground. Paddy, we have to give it to him. He has some nice judo throws, some decent takedowns. He's definitely good on the ground as well, unorthodox. So that could be a competitive fight. That could be a fun fight. I would definitely tune in to see that. That would be a fun and smart fight for the UFC to book, and a winnable fight for both of them. Who else is there? I believe Terrence McKinney is a great fight, even though he lost now, and of course it's always in MMA like that. If you lose one fight, you're already done. People stop believing in you. I still believe in Terrence McKinney. I believe he has every tool in the world to be a champion. I believe he will put Paddy away easy. But after his last performance, you're only as good as your last performance. I think the fight will be competitive. So there will be a fun fight. They talk a lot of smack to each other, especially Terrence to Paddy. And yeah, it will make some sense. The only problem right now is that Terrence on a losing streak, which isn't too good for the UFC to sell for Paddy. But I believe people will still tune in. People will still love to see that fight. I would love to see that fight. Book it. Otherwise, I don't know. Jim Miller maybe, because he's a legend, he's a big name, most wins in the UFC. Could be a good fight for Paddy. These are the only names that come to my mind that make sense, that are not like way back in the rankings. Of course, you could book him against Tony, but that would be effed up. So yeah, I believe the best fight for Paddy is Drew Dober, because they talked back and forth a little bit. Drew Dober's calling him out. Drew Dober is the type of guy to take those fights. Bobby Green is a good fight. Jim Miller is a good fight. Otherwise, it gets a little bit tough up there. Who do you want to see Paddy fight next? Write it in the comments, guys. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, guys, and most importantly, eat your vegetables. Don't get juicy like Paddy does, okay? Until next time, guys. Bye-bye. Bloods for that.
Eat your vegetables.